One. Welcome back to Replay Thursday, episode 3. We have a PVT. The PVT submitted from Voodoo Noise. He says, "I'm platinum and my PVT sucks. Timing attacks just kill me so easy. Early marine pressure, medevac, 1-1 stuff, even standard macro. I do win sometimes with Colossus or with Storm or both. Sometimes when they expand gasless, I do 4-gate MOs with no expo or 7-gate MOs with expo. If you could make a tutorial on defending cannon rushes and 2-gate proxy in PvP, that would be awesome. Maybe in the future, we'll see. But for now, we have to analyze your replay and help you get better." Also, he says he's from Romania. So, it's pretty cool. I went to Romania. So, checking for proxies in PvT is not something you need to do. Also, scouting on 9 like this kills a lot of your economy. I used to scout on 11 until minigun changed my mentality. But yeah, you can either scout on 11 or you can either scout on 11 or just scout, or just not scout at all and poke with your first sorry, you can scout on 11 or just poke with your Zealot and bring the probe that made the Nexus to poke with your Zealot Stalker. Alright, so right now you're cutting back on a lot of chrono boosts and you're cutting probes for no reasons. You're trying too hard with your probe and you're putting yourself, like, oh my goodness, so behind. Like, you want to chrono 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And you also want to do a 4 chrono on probes, and then you want to chrono your stalker that comes out. So yeah, right now you're like super behind. Once you see that he has no gas, you might, oh well, he walled himself off, so I guess you're kind of screwed. But you shouldn't micro this probe too hard. You don't want to fail your macro. Like, you have only 2 on gas, and you have a lot of chrono boosts. So you have like 400 minerals. I think you're just gonna spend early, maybe. It all comes down to your macro. If maybe trying to build against a computer might be something that could help you. Like, you need the core. You need the core as soon as the gate finishes. It's just your build order is just not refined. It makes me sad. It really makes me sad. Alright, so you expand, like right now, yeah, usually I expand at 26 food, right? And you expand at 20 just because you're like behind on so many probes, usually I'd be at 18 in minerals and 3 on gas when I expand. But you were down 4 probes in a stalker, just because of how you do your build order. So that kind of is not nice. And you also play very passive, very blind. With that Zealot, with that Stalker, you want to poke. Does he have a bunker? Does he have a command center? What is he up to? And you're not doing that, so you're going 4 gates, 1 robo. I assume you're doing the build you were talking about, the Immortal Bust. That would be a little unfortunate if you do that, because then I can't really help you with your macro. But basically against Terran, there's a few style. One I recommend the most because it's pretty easy at this level is get AoE by 10 minutes. So you know, go 1 gate, 1 robo, add 2 more gates, get Colossus, get 7 gates, and just defend whatever Terran throws at you. There's other styles which is what I'm learning right now, is 1 gate, 1 robo, 2 more gates, in a really early 3rd base with Immortals, and then a robo bay and a forge and a twilight. But you have such a boost of economy that you should be able to have a lot of units. So yeah, there's 2 styles, like a more delayed 3rd and then a really early 3rd. So you're scouting with your observer, like right now you know, okay, it's gonna be drops. Yeah, your styles isn't so bad. If you go for Colossus, I like to get weapon, so your Colossus can do more damage. So So your probe count isn't doing so bad as well. You have 16, then you transfer the rally point. That's very good. But you really need to get up to 16 probes here. That's very, very important. I'm not sure why you're hiding the Robo, the Colossus like that. It's probably just so he doesn't start making Vikings, but I don't really agree. Also, Twilight Council, a cannon like that isn't so good. I'd rather you make more units than that, than making cannons. Also, you have only one observer. You want at least 2 or 3. 3 being really good. 2 being, I mean, if you have downtime on your Robo and you have enough Colossus, like 3 or 4, then you can start making. More observers. But yeah, so you didn't really add a Twilight just yet, which makes your Stalkers not have blink, which makes your drop defense a lot harder. That observer needs to be, you need at least either a probe or an observer. At your level, having a probe is fine because they usually don't leave a marine around the 3rd, but you need to have vision of that 3rd. You need to know when he takes it. And you still haven't remade probes, so you, like, if you would have cut probes at 45, 46, I would be happy. But right now, you're just look at the worker count, look at the income. You're just playing really, really behind. So yeah, I feel like you're kind of scared. You're kind of not expanding. At least you're not getting supply block, but yeah, just not enough probes. Too late of a 3rd. We'll start taking the notes. Really late 3rd. Not enough probes. Really late Twilight. Cannons more in the middle of the mineral line. What else? And you also have like no vision on the map, right? You don't have like, usually I split, send 1 probe on each side of the map for proxy pylons. So see, that's a very good thing to do. So you're adding the Templar Archive, but you're not getting any upgrades out of your Twilight Council, which is a little sad. Oh, you actually have no vision of the 3rd, so always have vision if he's grabbing a 3rd or not. So yeah, you're kind of like not doing much, and you know, you were behind on economy the whole game. And just look at the supply, and like there was no exchange. So you might want to try the late Colossus, 1 gate 1 Robo, 2 more gates, 7 minute 30 seconds 3rd. I don't have a guide on that because I'm still practicing the build. It's creator style, and Minigun convinced me to start doing that build. But just because, like, you know, right now, like, if you would have been mining more from this, if you would have made less cannons, if you would have had earlier Twilight and earlier Templar Archive, maybe you could do something here. But as it is, this is gonna be a slaughter, man. Alright, so some force fields, those were nice. Those were very, very nice. But you're like, and one thing too is, like, if you stay on 2 base like this and you're on 7 gates, that's not enough. You need at least 10. But yeah, unfortunately for new you should have grabbed that 3rd, man. And that guy has so many CVs, but he's not transferring. But yeah, we're focusing on you. Sorry. So you're making a few. Those are probably going to be Archons, and that's probably going to be sad. So you're going to feed back, but that wasn't so bad. That wasn't so bad. And he had 0 upgrades too, but yeah, it's just a matter of, like, look at your money. You was maxed at 200. You didn't have enough probes. Yeah, so I guess the what you need to do to fix your game isn't so hard, right? You just need to have better economy management. You need to tackle a bit faster. And you need to not be so scared and take that 3rd, because one thing too is, if you take that 3rd, he has to come up a ramp. He has to flank from here. It's harder for him. If you stay on 2 base, then he comes from here, and like it's really easy for him to just kill you from that position. And also, man, you should GG more. But thank you, Voodoo Noise, for submitting this. So really late third, not enough probes. Really late Twilight / Tech. Cannon's more in the mineral line. Cannon, because I don't want more than one cannon. Send one probe on each side of the map for proxy pylons. Always have vision if he's grabbing a third or not. Don't, yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you a lot for submitting this replay, Voodoo Noise. I hope it was helpful. If you guys have any questions in the comment section below on YouTube, just feel free to ask. And if Voodoo Noise, there's things you didn't understand or if you have questions about, you can always ask in the YouTube comments. So this was game 2 of Replay Thursday episode 3. We'll be back with Master Zerg replay. Stay tuned.